Hello and welcome once again to the Waters and Stanton video channel. My name is Peter Waters and my call sign is Golf 3 Oscar Juliet Victor. Today I'm going to look at an antenna matching unit. This little box here. Now we're used to antenna tuners coming predominantly from the USA. That's always been the place where they've been manufactured. Of course MFJ being the world's biggest manufacturer of antenna matching units. There are other factories of course, but other factories also come from the USA. There's some that come from Europe, of course, and in days gone by we used to manufacture antenna matching units in the UK, but that was a long time ago. Well, since the demise of MFJ, or at least the manufacturing has stopped of MFJ at the moment, it's interesting to look at other items on the market. Now, I did review an antenna matching unit from Japan fairly recently made by Comet. And this particular one that's been sent to me is also from Comet. Now, you can judge by its size that it's not a high power matching unit. In fact, it's rated at 10 watts, so it's ideal for the QRP market. I must say it feels nice. It's fairly heavy, and the cabinet looks nicely made. And it's unusual, though, in the fact that it's got 4 controls. One is the band switch and the other controls are tuning controls. So let's take a look at this antenna matching unit and see how it works and how, if anything, it differs from the normal antenna matching unit you're used to using. The Comet CAT-10 is a very compact QRP antenna matching unit, and it's finished in an off-white finish. And I'll put the actual measurements of the cabinet below this picture here. And unusually it's got 3 controls. Normally with an antenna matching unit you expect 2 controls, but it's got 3. Around the back we've got the SO239 input and outputs, and also got a connection for earth and for an end fed wire. So it's very universal. It's rated at 10 watts. It covers the bands 80 meters through to 6 meters. So it's ideal for all forms of HF operation, particularly I guess if you're out and about, but also for a home station use as well. We all like to know what's going on inside under the cover, so I took the top cover off, and as you can see it's very nicely made. Those main capacitors are air spaced and they look every bit as capable of handling 10 watts, probably a bit more. There's a capacitor on the right hand side there which is enclosed. That's a lesser rating I guess. The coil is nicely made. The whole layout is very clean and very clinically laid out. And the earth connection on the back is spot welded. You can't see it from this photograph, but it's spot welded to the chassis. And altogether it's a nicely made unit. Very, very nicely put together with very high class components. The instructions supplied are in Japanese. But that's not too much of a problem because a lot of it is fairly self-obvious. You've just got to adjust those controls in order to get the best match possible. So let me paraphrase the instructions, because I've translated the instructions. Let me paraphrase how you adjust the matching units initially. I should mention on the back of the instructions are settings for each band, the basic settings, and they're good ballpark figures. First you need to select the band by rotating the band switch, second control from the left. Then you first of all rotate tuning control number 1 for the best VSWR. It may not be very low, but you just do it for the lowest position. Then control 2, you adjust that. Tuning control 2 for lowest VSWR, and those 2 controls interact a bit, so you juggle those 2 controls until you get the best VSWR, and then finally you adjust control number 3 for the ultimately low VSWR. There is a bit of to and throwing, but that's basically it. Tuning control 1, 2 and 3 is the correct procedure. So let's now see how this unit works by looking at the circuit diagram. I took a photograph of it from the instructions and did a translate for the text, but basically you don't need much of the text. It's fairly obvious once I describe it. The basic circuit is a pi network. On the left you've got VCC1, which is the basic tuning control, and then To the right of the coil hidden is VCC2, and that is what we term loading control. It's a matching control of the Pi network. But they've also added VCC3, a series capacitor, and that helps to give a wider range of impedance matching. And then the output triggers an LED indicator, and basically the more power that actually gets through, in other words, the better the matching, the lighter the LED. It's a fairly basic and crude indicator, but if you haven't got any other means of indication, then it gives you some idea. But ideally, you really want a VSWR meter between the transceiver and the antenna matching unit, if at all possible. Of course, if your radio's got a built-in VSWR meter, then that's fine. This is my test setup. I've got an SWR meter here on the left. This is the CAT-10 ATU, and got the IC705, which is generating 5 watts. The instructions that come with the tuner are pretty accurate. They give settings for the 3 tuning controls, and of course you've got the band selector there. And if you follow those instructions, you'll get in the ballpark area for doing the final tune-up. The setup actually makes a very nice QRP station. Now here I've tried to keep things very simple, just the 705 and the ATU. You see, as I rotate the tuning control, you'll see the VSWR on that bar going down almost to nothing. I've turned the control to the right, it comes up, turn the control to the left, it goes down. So a good match with my half-size G5RV on 40 meters. Now, as an extreme, I tried to see if I could tune or adjust my half-size G5RV on 80 meters, which is almost impossible. Well, it's impossible really with the internal ATU. But with this match, I got a good match on the 80 meters with a half-size 5RV. I hate to think what the SWR was, but it proves the capability of the antenna matching unit. Here's a neat setup in my van. Got the IC705, which gives 10 watts out, and that matches perfectly the ATU here. When I say it gives 10 watts out, the IC705 gives 10 watts out when you've got it connected to an external supply. When it's used in the internal battery, it's 5 watts. And that gives me a good VSWR. You can see along the screen there, I've got a good VSWR on 20 meters. And the whole unit is quite compact. It's a good match actually for the IC705. As a test, I kept the 20 meter whip on the vehicle and tried tuning up on 18 megahertz, 17 meters, and as you see, I've got a low VSWR, very low VSWR. Didn't actually work anybody. Probably the VSWR was quite high on the coax. But it does prove that even with a pretty horrendous VSWR, this little ATU can handle it. So the Comet CAT-10 seems to do the job very nicely, actually. I think one of the things that I've always learnt is that a manual antenna matching unit has, generally speaking, a wider range than the automatic antenna tuners. And this has certainly proved the case in this particular model, because I gave it some pretty awful problems to solve, like matching a half-size G5RV on 20 meters, on 80 meters, and trying to match a 20 meter mobile antenna on 17 meters. Now, a mobile antenna has, generally speaking, got quite a high Q, so it's quite a challenge. It did it. I didn't work anybody, and probably would have great difficulty in working somebody using a 20 meter antenna on 17 meters, particularly a mobile antenna, as I say, it's got a high Q. But it did match it. And that to me proves the fact that this little box can actually match a wide range of antenna reactances. So if you are looking for a QRP antenna matching unit for portable operation, by the way, yes, it matches wires as well. I think I did cover that in the video. You can have an end-fed wire there, and there's an earth terminal there, and it seems to match okay. So yeah, it's a nice little unit. made in Japan, and there we are. If you're looking for an antenna mashing unit that will match virtually anything between 80 metres and 6 metres, the CAT-10 might just be what you're looking for. I was impressed.